Now, yesterday, we announced a small change to allow more Albertans to resume indoor fitness. Now, Dr. Hinshaw will review the details in a moment, but let me be clear. If you operate a gym, you can be open. That is perfectly within the rules. Before we announced Step 2, we consulted with the fitness sector about how to safely support their industry. And they told us clearly that they supported us going to an approach similar to the one that is used in BC. And that's what we did. And it's why we adopted the distinction of high versus low intensity. Now, low intensity solo and group fitness activities will now be allowed indoors. They can be done anytime, provided that you make an appointment. Low intensity fitness is stuff that doesn't make you breathe significantly harder than you usually do. High intensity fitness is any kind of exercise that does make you breathe a lot harder than usual. And the higher your heart rate, the higher your breathing rate will be. Now, it's not about what activity you're doing or where, it's about the intensity. Now, we know that this will vary between people and depending on somebody's individual level of fitness. And that's why gym and studio and fitness center operators need to use their best judgment in identifying what category their group exercises or exercise classes fall into. And we've worked with the fitness industry from the beginning and will continue to do so. We recognize that this is challenging and there are going to be questions, there are going to be issues about exactly how to apply this in practice. So I want to be clear. We're relying on owners and clients to use judgment, to show good faith. We need people to follow the rules. But as with all of AHS's work to enforce public health measures, the goal is compliance. It's not sanctions.
We know that COVID-19 spreads in droplets, and when we are engaged in high-intensity activities, defined, as you heard the minister say, as activities where our breathing rate gets faster, we know that we produce more droplets and increase the risk of virus spread. We know that BC has had a similar approach to this model in place for many months, and that their COVID-19 numbers have been relatively stable. With this in mind, we looked for ways to open up facilities for Albertans that would allow for low-intensity activities in gyms, and we chose to implement an approach similar to BC. This empowers operators to tailor their programs for clients to calibrate their services to the activities that will improve fitness while minimizing COVID-19 risk. We've heard questions about why there aren't capacity limits for fitness facilities like there are for other public settings like retail stores. Rather than a defined number, we have limited capacity by putting in place physical distancing protocols that require a minimum of 3 meters between all individuals. This approach still limits the capacity of facilities for safety, but is more flexible and responsive to the spacing and configuration of individual workout areas, rather than a specific number. This is important to ensure people are adequately spaced to reduce the chances of transmission between people from different households. I know that finding ways to stay active when gyms are closed can be more difficult in the cold winter months. Fortunately, the days are getting warmer and longer, so that provides more opportunities for everyone to get outside for exercise and fresh air. Our current health measures still allow for outdoor physical activity in groups of up to 10 individuals distanced by 2 meters, no matter the intensity. This remains a great alternative for those who don't want to work out indoors or who may not be able to book an appointment at a time that works for them at their nearest gym.